Welcome, and thank you for being here today. My name is Lily, and I am a parent advocate at LINKS CPRC. Today, we'll discuss behavior interventions for students with disabilities. This includes understanding why behaviors occur, learning evidence-based strategies, and exploring ways to support students both at home and in school. Behavior affects not just learning, but also relationships and a student's self-esteem. Students with disabilities often face challenges with regulation, managing transitions, and communicating their needs effectively. Early and consistent interventions can significantly improve both behavior and academic outcomes. Problem behavior is not just occasional misbehavior, it is frequent, intense, or disruptive. It interferes with learning, peer relationships, and social interactions. Examples include refusal to follow directions, aggression, tantrums, or withdrawing from activities. Often such behavior signals unmet needs or gaps in skills like communication or emotional regulation. Behaviors occur for specific reasons. Skill deficits in emotional regulation, communication, or problem solving can contribute. Environmental triggers such as noise, transitions, or unclear expectations may prompt behaviors. Secondary issues like anxiety, sensory sensitivities, or trauma can also influence behavior. Importantly, behavior often serves as a function. It might help the student gain attention, escape a task, or provide sensory stimulation. Effective behavior support is built on several core principles. Prevent problems before they start by structuring the environment. Provide clear, consistent routines and predictable consequences. Reinforce positive behaviors immediately when they occur. Collaborate across home, school, and specialist teams to ensure consistency. Finally, interventions should be tailored to each student's individual needs. Evidence-based practices include conducting a functional behavior assessment, or FBA, which identifies triggers and the function or reason for behaviors. If your child's school has not initiated this, you can ask their IEP team or classroom teacher to initiate one. A behavior intervention plan, or BIP, is then created to teach replacement behaviors and provide clear responses. Strategies such as positive reinforcement, reward systems, and social skills training are often used as they are supported by research. Progress should always be tracked using data to ensure interventions are effective and can be adjusted as needed. Your child's school will be doing this if you have a BIP. At home, supports include giving clear, simple, one-step instructions, providing children for transitions using warnings or countdowns, can reduce their stress, praise positive behaviors consistently, and when safe, ignore minor misbehaviors. Don't reward negative behavior. For example, if your child yells and argues when they don't get their way, don't give them what they want just to make them stop yelling. This just reinforces that yelling gives them what they want. Stand firm on rules and give them options to improve. Help them build self-regulation skills through techniques like deep breathing or using sensory tools. Apply consequences calmly and consistently. Do not rise to their level. If your child is escalating, do not escalate with them. This is sometimes difficult, so it is important to take time for yourself and to process your own feelings and triggers on your own. In other words, apply self-regulation strategies on yourself. Spend positive time with your child to strengthen your relationship. This is key and shows your child that you are present and available for them. In school, teachers and school staff are often already using behavior supports in the classroom and school, but collaboration between teachers, special educators, and parents ensures consistency. Ask your child's teacher if they are incorporating any behavior management strategies in the classroom that are effective with your child. These strategies can be something that you can also implement at home. Some examples of what school staff might do are incorporate visual supports, structured routines, and clear explanations. Monitor behavior data regularly to track progress and make adjustments. Provide calm spaces and sensory breaks when needed to help the student self-regulate. Here are some examples of individualized interventions. Visual schedules and social stories are helpful, especially with students with autism. Breaking tasks into smaller steps, offering choices, giving parent-approved choices they can choose from creates a feeling of independence for the child while still achieving the parent goal. For example, if you're trying to get your child into the car, ask them, would you like to put on your boots or your coat first? If you're trying to get your child to do their homework, ask them, would you like to do your math or your reading homework first? Teach coping strategies and emotional regulation skills. Reinforce targeted behaviors with token or reward systems. A common example of this is when potty training. The child gets a sticker on a chart every time they go to the bathroom in the toilet. And when they achieve a set goal, say maybe 5 stickers, they get a reward that is desirable to them and also chosen by the parent. Some examples may be ice cream or the trampoline park or choosing the movie for family movie night. This strategy can be used and adapted for almost any behavior. Some other examples of behavior that needs targeting may be getting into a car for school without arguing, eating all of their dinner, cleaning up toys. Having a reward system to reinforce targeted behaviors is a very useful tool that can be adapted to the specific needs of your child. Modify the environment to reduce triggers like sensory overload or difficult transitions. This can be giving time warnings and setting timers so the child knows when they need to move on. You may say, we're leaving in 10 minutes, and then set a 10-minute timer, maybe even a visual timer where your child can see it counting down. This may be creating a calm down corner in their bedroom or somewhere in the house that they can go when they feel overwhelmed. Monitoring behavior is essential. Track the frequency, intensity, and duration of behaviors, then review the data. This can look as simple as reviewing the rewards charts that you have for your child to see how quickly or slowly they're progressing. If progress is slow, adjust strategies. If you can do this by giving rewards more frequently to keep the child motivated. If progress moves quickly, celebrate improvements to reinforce positive behavior and encourage continued success. You can also adjust your strategies again. We often see some common issues when supporting behavior for students with disabilities. One challenge is inconsistency across settings. Students may have different expectations in each environment, that is to say, different expectations at school and at home. To fix this, we make sure everyone uses the same strategies and language. Another issue is relying too much on punishment instead of teaching what the child should do instead. We want to identify the function or the reason of the behavior and teach a clear replacement skill that meets the same need. We also need to look deeper into the underlying factors like ADHD, sensory sensitivities, or trauma. When we address regulation or sensory needs, behavior supports work more effectively. Finally, we should involve students in their behavior plans. When students help choose goals and calming strategies, they are more engaged and more likely to use them. So our focus is consistency, skill building, understanding the whole child, and empowering student voice. Practical tools support implementation. Use visual schedules, checklists, and token boards located in visible spots for the child. Provide calm down corners, fidget tools, or sensory supports. Post clear rules. Digital trackers or apps can monitor behavior effectively. Reinforce positive behaviors immediately, consistently, and positively to strengthen habits. It is important to note that you need to do what works best for your child, your family, and you. There is no one size fits all. If a strategy doesn't work, try another one or adjust and ask for help from trusted people around you. In this case, a 10-year-old with ADHD struggled with homework refusal. After discussing with his teacher and asking what works for him in the classroom, his family implemented a visual schedule, giving task choices, a token reward system, and self-monitoring interventions at home. As a result, his refusal decreased by 50% and homework initiation increased by 70%. Because of the success, tokens can be faded and natural reinforcement instead to maintain progress, so he can potentially have success in the area without external reinforcement. In summary, problem behavior often signals unmet needs or skill deficits. Interventions should look preventative, consistent, and focused on teaching skills. Coordination between home and school is critical. Tailoring strategies to individual students, monitor progress, and adjust as needed. Positive reinforcement and collaboration lead to lasting success. And don't forget, do what works for you, your family, and your child. There is no one size fits all. Thank you for your dedication as parents and advocates. With the right tools and supports, your child can succeed. If you're interested in more resources, please look into the LINKS CPRC in the Mat-Su Borough.